My exposure to the human organ trafficking piece was to open up a chapter in a book that I didn't even know existed. My name is Robert Destro. I am a recently retired law professor at Catholic University in Washington, D.C., and during the first Trump administration, I had the honor of serving as Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor. And human trafficking is an enormous topic. I had never really thought much about human organ trafficking. It truly is the best example of treating people like they're commodities. It's mind-blowing what a big problem this is across the world. Mr. Cheng is the only known survivor of human organ harvesting. I had heard about our friend who we always called Mr. C, for security purposes, and that was before I got into the State Department as Assistant Secretary for Human Rights. And once I was there, I had the authority to actually try and see if we couldn't save him. And the amount of pushback I got was pretty incredible. Most people, even to this day, have no idea what a serious problem organ trafficking is. And the second thing was Mr. Cheng had fled China and had wound up in Thailand. And he was there illegally. So there was a little diplomatic maneuvering that had to be done to get him out. And then there was all the immigration stuff. And we had to keep all of this secret. He was a worker, a Falun Gong practitioner, and he was rounded up, and he was thrown into prison, and they took him to the hospital. And the official story is that he tried to commit suicide by swallowing a razor blade, and he actually did. But if you're going to retrieve something from somebody's esophagus, you go down their throat and you pull it out. You don't cut them from here all the way around their back. And we basically got a number of forensic pathologists to take a look at the case, and they said, yeah, they took some pieces of his lung, they took some pieces of his diaphragm. Why is he the one who survived? Because they didn't take everything they probably wanted. He was able to escape, and I want you to think about that for a second. You're escaping having been cut open from the middle of your stomach to the middle of your back. That was, I have to say, I think the man's a hero. It's one of the highlights, certainly, of my time as Assistant Secretary.
抓捕奖赏5万元
After I managed to escape the hospital on March the 3rd, the China's Ministry of Public Security put a bounty on me. I learned that their secret order was if they capture me, they were authorized to kill me right there on the spot in order to eliminate me as a piece of evidence. I'd like to give my special thanks to Mr. Destro for rescuing me here, enabling me here to the land of freedom in the United States.
From a policy perspective, he brings attention to the fact that the Chinese government is engaged in a wholesale human trafficking trade. We need to understand that it's a huge traffic problem. It exists around the world. There have been accusations of other people, criminal gangs, being involved in it in Central and South America. In Europe, Vladimir Putin was caught on a hot mic talking with Mr. Chairman Xi about, living to be 150 years, by interchanging people's parts. What I've learned over time is this is such a huge problem. I've never understood why human rights organizations don't take a bigger profile on this.
My name is Rosy Orozco, a former congresswoman from Mexico who fought against the cartels and human trafficking. This year, we are launching the Heroes Wanted campaign, shining a light on extraordinary people fighting in the front lines.
So go to kaleido.charity/heroeswanted, watch their stories to help amplify their impact, and vote for the hero who inspires you the most.